Welcome to the first edition of Dizzarian Plays Final Fantasy XIV. A brand new series. It's something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. Final Fantasy XIV, I think, is one of the best MMOs there is currently on the market. It's so far above and beyond so many of these other MMOs that it's crazy. It's really good. If you love MMOs, and especially if you love old school MMOs where you need the Trinity, you don't like action set type MMOs, you like actually having to think about combat a little bit, this is the game. This is a true game that the developers love. They do so many things, and you can tell that they love this game so much. So it's definitely something I think belongs on my channel, especially since I've played so many other games that I didn't enjoy. So this one I do. So I'm going to go ahead and play this for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. If you're new to my channel, I do my plays differently than most people. I cut out a lot of the monotonous stuff. I am going to explain quite a bit. And in FFXIV, I think it's got a great storyline. So for this playthrough, I am going to be reading a lot of the dialogue. But I think I'm fairly decent at that, so hopefully it won't be too boring. I am going to be focusing mainly on the storyline and dungeons and mechanics. So I'm going to be showing you a lot of things as they show up, and then cut out a lot of the boring stuff. There is, this is a slower paced MMO, so there's a lot of things that just aren't that interesting on camera. But I think if you're playing it, it just immerses you so much more into it. So I hope you like that style of play. And if you do, then this is definitely going to be the playthrough for you. I've been kind of thinking around what I want to do. The other characters I play, I've spent the most time on are is a paladin, and I haven't got that far. I've gotten up in the 30s or so. But so for this playthrough, which I'm going to do on camera for you guys, I decided I wanted to do kind of a magic character, either a healer or some kind of heavy damage dealer. And also, I've never gone through the storylines in Limsa, Lamosi. I never can say that right. We'll get it eventually. So I decided to go ahead and do an Arcanist. There's several of them you can do that are magic dealers, but for now we'll just focus on this, which I think this one has a pet that goes along with it, so we will see how that goes. And you can see I've already got my character already made here. I'm not going to go through the character creator. If you really want to do that, I think there's even a download where you can play around with this, so I'm not going to do that on camera. And I'll just choose this Mattis server. I would, my main is actually on the Gilgamesh server, and we can't create new characters there, so we will just do a new server, and I will name him Dizzarian Disaster. Confirm. Yeah, chill out, man. Do it. And we're going to go into a cut sequence. And we're going to go straight into it. This little cutscene is more about the character. You'll notice also I actually have the music on. From my understanding, Final Fantasy encourages us to actually use the music on our YouTube streams, which is terrific. Most of the time I have to turn off the music because it gets caught by the content ID thing. Yeah. So this is great. We actually get the music, especially since Final Fantasy has such amazing music in it anyway.
Yeah.
And if you're not interested in these initial cutscenes, you probably want to skip to the next episode, because there's going to be quite a bit of this initial setup in this first video. Oh, the bad guy. Show me my job uniform, and although I like the uniforms and stuff, I don't like this one with the horn on the head. That looks a little obscene. so we have an epic battle at some point. Oi, you alright, lad? Except I got this collar on. You were moaning in your sleep, sweating buckets besides. Rolling on the ship, got your stomach churning, has it? Don't seem like seasickness. Now that I look at you, I'll be the Aether then, I reckon. The Aether. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others. Seeing we ain't too far from the Vilbrand now, which is chock full of Aetherites. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Actually, I know I've never played through this side of things. I'm usually in Gridania. Erg, might as well have been bloomin' seasickness. Ship sleeping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Limsa Lominsa, still far away. In case you were wondering, seeing as you're awake and all, how about you keep me company till we get there? Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Any road, Brian's the name and peddlin's me trade. Cool ship. The size and scale of stuff in this game is very nicely done. I mean, look at that ship. The detail is just terrific. But did you come to expect that with Final Fantasy? Ah, smell the salty sea breeze. Now then, lads, judging by your unusual garments, I say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I warned? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows you, seeking fortune and glory. Now, that's what I call a living. So, long as you avoid dying, I mean, ain't no secret that adventuring is a risky business these days. What was the first attracted you to it? Now, I don't think there's any, I don't think that determines anything, that choice, but I could be wrong. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folks ain't, an adventurer such as yourself can win fame what a coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find out everything you need to know about the adventuring business in there. Just remember, though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. That's very true. Alright, are we still gonna get attacked? The pirates! Whoa! That's cool. Yikes. Ship's off the starboard bow. Pirates' colors. Pirates. Bloody hells. Have you no sense? Get below. Nah, not really. That's squeaky shoes. What is this world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying Limonsan colors? Bastards either have a boatload of balls or buggers of all the for brains. Dude. You can rest easy, friends. We made it out of cannon range and no buccaneer barkle catch this fighty temptress once the wind has winds in her sails. Wow, that was hard to read. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept his head on his shoulders. I reckon I've lost mine otherwise. If them pirates give us a chance, we must close port. Let's head up on deck and have a look, shall we? Man, that is cool. Alright, I'm about through talking to this guy. By the by, is this your first trip? Yes, to Lominsa. Sure. It is. Well, then, let's journey itinerant tell you the ins and out of your destination. It prides itself on being Eorza's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current Admiral civilian influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Of course, most folks ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with, like them pirates who took fancy to us just now. And if it weren't bad enough, I've heard shenanigans are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them there sea-dwelling beastmen, locals call them fishbacks, 'cause you didn't know. In case you didn't know. At long last, land ho. Good. I'm prepared. Behold Limsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved of Lamian, goddess of navigation. I like my thigh highs.
Swept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm. Amidst the roiling waves of the Lotamo Sea lies the maritime city-state of Limsa, Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer.
Yes.
Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Limlane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
I don't know where it got that big gaudy necklace. And here's where we part ways, son. Of course, he doesn't look that old. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for saving me arse earlier. What did I do? Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become sort of storied personage I can brag about, having met, and I'll consider a square. Okay.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on his life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Oh, love that narrator's voice. So, great start to the game. Alright. Alright, I'm ready to take control. Those are the homestones. I think that's what they call them. No, it's an aetherite plaza. Anyway, this is where you can set your home points, teleport around. Hey, you there. You look silly. I mean you. This is the district, and I make it my business to know all the scum that wash up in it. An adventurer fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Lominsa's finest to set you in the right path. Hope it is. Hop to it, lad. I haven't got all day. Aha, finally. Alright. I'm going to be using mouse and keyboard. Yes, I'm well aware on how to use it. So it's very typical. I am going to leave them active just in case it reminds me of something I need to work through. So you can see it's not much different. Okay, he doesn't want me to wander off without talking to him. Yes, I did it. Okay, so let's go and talk to him real fast. Okay, so he's got an available quest above his head, and he's going to talk to us. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, yeah, because that's the reason I ran off, but adventurers are required to register the presence of the city, and without a bit of local knowledge, you're like to get your throat slit in some piss-stinky alley. Wow. So before you do anything else, get yourself to the Drowning Winch and enroll in the Adventurers Guild. That away. It's not far, just straight down the street and speak with Griffar. He'll show you how to work the big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift and then take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for the fellow by the name of Badron. He's the proprietor of the winch. He might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for the wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along, and may the navigator guide your journey. Okay. Alright, I know about initiating quest. And I've begun my first quest. Yep. And the duty list, which is right here. You can see right here. Duty, duty, duty. And we have a journal, and it tells us that we are on a quest coming to Lominsa. And whenever you do this, you can hit the map, and it'll bring up the map, and it'll kind of show you, kinda. I say kinda because sometimes it's not always very good at it. Where your quest is. You can see it's right over here in the corner. And also up here on the mini-map, we can see that it's that way as well. Fairly typical MMO fare. And we can jump. So here's the lift attendant. Welcome to the city. I can't say it. If you're mind to visit the Drowning Witch, the Crow's Lift will take you there. Yes, take the Crow's Lift. Most of these cities are very spread out or are on different levels and stuff, so you kind of takes a while to get used to them, but once you do, it's fairly easy. Alright, so we can go up to her and complete it by doing a right click. And he's going, I guess it's not her. It's him. Greetings to you, lad. What'll be? Ah, but you ain't here for a drink, are you? You've come with a mind to try your hand at adventuring. Good grief, I reckon. Well, you'll find no shortage of work here at Limsa. The name's Brandarian, and this is most hospitable of hosteleries in Drowning Winch. Wow, that's hard. 'Tis also come of the Adventurers Guild here in Lominsa. That's why we've got a desk, especially for handling guild business, and why it seems to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats of me regulars. Wow, that is really hard to say. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, you see. Not that they need these parts an account of being in trouble, whether you're looking wherever you look. If you manage to steer clear of the fishbacks and the kobolds outside of the city, the pirates on the inside, and we'll get you instead. And if you don't manage, there's always the Garland Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows that what they're planning, of course, but if they're planning anything, you can be sure that they killed a lot of us. This town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again and you will see people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame them after everything that's happened? Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity, but our homes weren't the only things what got wiped off the face of existence by a thrice damned bastard of a dragon. I took a bleeding memories too, and no one's been able to explain it in a way that makes an ounce of sense. None of the folks that saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree. The tale actually goes, 'tis all foggy like recollections from, and I don't know what that means, night on the ale. You can imagine why people might fear the future of the city and can't rightly recall the past. But there's one thing we all remember, and that's the group of adventurers were laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, though, we ain't forgotten what they did for us. These goddamn calamity spawn memory loss robbed us of all of our names. Really? It won't even let us picture their damn faces. 'Tis like staring at a gull flying in the front of a sun. All that seems your mind eye is shadow set against a blinding glare. And that's, ow, even buggers describe it. By the way, give or take the odd gull. It's what's got people calling these Eorzeos the Warriors of Light. So this is all important, or else I wouldn't be reading it. It's all part of the main storyline. If Lominsa ever going to put some of this time of darkness behind us, it's going to need venturers to help banish the fear. It's going to need new Eorzeos, heroes, not Eorzos, heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them. And that's why any aid we can give to any of the venturers' effort is well spent. What do you say, lad? You willing to lend us your strengths? Aye. Methinks ye, and to navigate her and all. I knew she'd steer you my way for a reason. Okay, but listen to me, you're yatering on like a sun-touched fishwife. 'Tis high time we got your mark in me book. Put your scroll right there. All right. Dizzarian Disaster, is it? And a fine name it is. Okay, congratulations. You're now upstanding member of the Venturers Guild. You there, adventurer. We sailed in from the ferry, did you not? No, they look like trouble. The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that the passenger matching your description went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place, sending your friends signals, were we? Now, hold on just a moment there, officer. You got the wrong bloke. He doesn't know me. This is fine, upstanding young gent is me dear departed grandma's sister, niece, cousin's closest companion. The lad wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Wow, he's really sticking his neck out. Is that right? Mm-hmm. You are surely aware of the recent kidnappings. Respectfully, then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at this time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. You make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep an eye on open at all times. Me and two more often than not. Now, sir, what say you get a tankard of me finest ale before you return to your duties, eh? Not watered down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. Ain't got the faintest idea what you're about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of the Strait of Melt there, but they don't mean it. Won't get you good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying out to be sat on, so kick off your heavy boots, eh? That was kind of funny. You'll have to excuse the eager, bloody yellow jackets. They've been a spat of kidnapping, see, and they ain't got a clue who's behind them. Naturally, they've taken a clap in irons anyone who looks vaguely suspicious, which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in the town. Don't take it personal, though. Us Lominsians can be an astonishing bunch of bastards. 'Tis true, but give me time, we'll grow on you. Now, where was I? Oh, aye. Welcome to Lominsa, where the sea is as green as the faces of me patron after a few too many black belly whiskeys. Some good lines here. Now take the moment and gather your wits, and we'll get started with learning ye the ways of the city. All right, so finally got that. Like I said, I know this reading's a little long, and it's not every episode is going to be like this. But we are talking about the main scenario in quest, which is what's being popped up right here, which is telling us they have different icons. So these right here are the main scenario quests, and these are going to be the ones I'll be focusing on a lot for this playthrough. And these quest icon indicate a task or serious task or tied to new duties or features you have yet to unlock. So, like, well, yeah, just what it said. If, like, fates or something, like something I don't know about and I haven't participated in yet, it'll help me with that. So let's do one more before I call this an episode. I'm going to make this a long episode. Most of my episodes are going to be around 15 minutes long, but 20 minutes. But I'm doing this one a little bit longer just because I want to get through the long dialogue and then start the next episode really kind of getting out there. So let's talk to Brandon one more time. Right then, let's start you off with a nice and easy 3 tasks. What do you got used to life here in Lominsa? Firstly, if you head down to the floor, point your nose in the west, you'll get an eyeful of great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's the Aetherite, a device which can move you from place to place in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, providing there's an Aetherite where you want to go, of course. And you've checked with the Jello Jackets on the guard down there, and you'll be treated to a lecture on the working of such a device. For you do that, though remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find your weapons, armor, and all your venturing bits. Yep. And don't go throwing your gil around just yet. Though you'll get fleeced quicker than you can say, what's me coin purse so light for? Having a word with Swozblet instead. Yeah. Alright, so give him this old octane and he'll treat you well. Alright. For the last of me elful ints, I suggest you meet some fellow spell slingers at the Arcanist Guild. Alright, and I'll guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for your tome. So I'll also be focusing on that. Bugger it. There go me sending you off without telling you something crucial. That's bloody calamities made a right mess of my memory, I swear. Well, that or the ale. Any road, while you're out, if you happen to pass by any poor sods what looks like they might need your help, consider giving them a tale or whoa, listen, yeah. Sounds like a chore, I admit, but you never know what interesting opportunities there are, so we'll do that as well. If you've got time, I'd seek advice of the smiths there, the wench. The lads, as a bear in the title, have some fine advice for what you're just starting out. All right. Nope. She waved at us. All right. So we've got our main quest going, and you can see that here. Yeah. Okay. I know all of this, so I'll just do it as I find it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and collect some more quests, and I'm not going to be reading all of these. I'm just going to collect them, and that way I have them on hand. That way I can do them not necessarily with you, just as I come to them. And in the next episode, we'll get a feel of like the Aetherite stuff, and then hopefully we'll go out and do some of the first killing quests that we can do. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you got any suggestions, you may be saying, well, I hate all of this reading. Again, that's not always going to happen, but I am going to be focusing on the main quests and stuff. So I hope you enjoy that. Feel free to leave any comments about it, though. I'm always open to comments. I always read every single one of the comments. So just make sure you leave a comment, and we can have a conversation. So, and if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I cover a lot of MMOs. I try to cover as many MMOs as I can, and I put out a video every day of the week, or at least I try to. So you want to make sure you're subscribed so you can get notification of those playthrough. So if you love MMOs the way I love MMOs, you definitely want to be subscribed to this channel. So, till next time, bye.